In the heart of Umuoko village, where celebration was a language of its own, one man's appetite became a legend. This is the story of Obinna, the man who ate the bride's feast. The sun rose over Umuoko, painting the sky with gold. Today was the wedding of Ada and Kene, the most anticipated union of the season. The villagers dressed in their finest wrappers and gel. The aroma of jollof rice and pepper soup filled the air. Obinna arrived early, very early. He wore a bright yellow agbada tight around his belly and sandals that squeaked with every step. He wasn't family, he wasn't invited, but he was there for the food. The cooks were still arranging trays when Obinna began his rounds. He greeted the servers like old friends, complimented the stew, and asked, "Is the goat meat soft today?" They laughed nervously. It was none. A long table stood apart, covered in white cloth. A bold sign read, "Reserved for the bride and groom." On it sat grilled tilapia, pounded yam nkwobi, and a rare bottle of palm wine from Enugu. Obinna stared at the table. "Food doesn't know who it's meant for," he muttered. "If it's hot, it's ready." He waited until the servers turned their backs. Then, like a thief in daylight, Obinna sat down at the reserved table. He began to eat, slowly at first, then faster, then louder. He licked his fingers. He hummed. He took selfies with the empty plates. Guests began to whisper. Children pointed. The bride's younger brother ran to tell the elders. By the time Ada and Kene arrived, the table was bare. Not a grain of rice remained. Ada froze. Kene clenched his fists. The elders gathered. Obinna stood, belly full, smiling. "I was helping them digest early," he joked. No one laughed. Mama Nkechi, the oldest elder, stepped forward. "Obinna, you have eaten what was not yours." "What do you say?" Obinna shrugged. "I say the food was delicious." The elders held a quick council. The verdict: Obinna would be banned from all village events unless he hosted a feast for the entire village at his own expense. He laughed. "I'll host the biggest party Umoko has ever seen." 3 months later, flyers were everywhere. Obinna's redemption feast. All are welcome. The day came. Obinna hired cooks from 3 towns. He roasted 2 cows. He built a stage. He wore a new agbada, this time in royal blue. But no one came, not one guest. He waited. He paced. He begged the drummers to play louder. Still silence. Then a child walked by and said, "We're still full from the wedding you stole." Obinna sat alone, surrounded by untouched food. That night he packed the leftovers and walked door to door, offering plates with apologies. Some accepted, most didn't. From that day on, Obinna never touched food that wasn't his. And at every wedding, he stood at the back, clapping politely, never eating, until he was invited. Gluttony is not just about food, it's about forgetting the dignity of others in pursuit of selfish satisfaction. Obinna didn't steal a meal, he stole a moment meant to honor love, unity, and tradition. In Nigerian culture, the first meal of a bride and groom is sacred. It marks the beginning of a shared journey. To consume it without invitation is to disrespect not just the couple, but the entire community. Obinna's downfall wasn't the food, it was his pride. He believed his appetite was more important than the occasion, and in doing so, he lost the respect of his people. True redemption doesn't come from throwing a bigger party, it comes from humility, from understanding that every dish carries a story and every gathering is a thread in the fabric of community. So let this tale remind us respect is not demanded, it is earned. And no matter how sweet the stew, it should never be stolen. Until next time, when we enjoy the next story together. Stay blessed and subscribe to my channel.